How's it going, everyone? Welcome to a little announcement video. This is actually quite important to see for most of you who have been saying anything that I've been doing, and just for the general game to be. I'm sitting in the server known as Digitaron. For anybody who doesn't know, anybody who hasn't been part of the Discord, it didn't really occur to me in the last couple of days, but people have been asking the same question as I have about what's been going on with this server specifically. Because for the last couple of days that I've been on here, Digitaron has had no people at all. So I guess there's been a big issue that the game is being hard to manage. So the moderators and everybody who's been in the server for a long time have now just not been operating at all. And the server was having a lot of issues to begin with, and you guys know for a particular video of mine, we were kind of doing something to enact that and kind of mess with that little subject. It wasn't going to do anything clearly, but it was fun to mess with, and we got to interact with a lot of people in the server to do that. I just went around, checked out some of the stuff that was out here, and if you guys recall that some of the township sections that were a little out of ordinary, or weren't usually in the game, such as the stuff that was in town, or maybe the mountain pass like I am here, there was a lot of stuff going on over here. A lot of decoration, a lot of setup, potential adventure for those who wanted to come along. But in recent time there's been a lot of issues with the altar and what's been going on here. So a lot of the early access servers have been removed, so people who are playing the game now won't be able to be part of those. And Digitaron, being probably one of the biggest servers PC wise, yeah, it doesn't seem to have a lot of people on for the amount of people who are actually part of it. And I don't know the particular reason why everybody kind of just got off. I assume it's because of a few things: bugginess, voodoo, and sometimes it's the people themselves. But the server has gone under. So basically it's no longer being operated. A lot of the things here have been reset to completion. Kinda like I think there was another server that I was playing on that kinda did that. I don't remember which one it was. Oh yeah, it was the pre-alpha. It was the pre-alpha server that we played on. But this place is what's once was an extraordinary build with a lot of equipment, a lot of materials, a lot of here and there, stuff and around that, and just some of the classes and everything. We never got to do a class actually, to say that much. But yeah, there's no one here anymore. I wanted to come back because clearly I still have some stuff to do that I was supposed to do here. But at this point, it's hard to say if we're going to be able to do that. Not only are we missing a part that we're going to definitely need, but yeah, it looks like somebody might have beat me to the punch a little bit. The server definitely had a lot going on, and for it to go from like 15 people a day to 0 is interesting in itself. But clearly I don't keep up on it too much, but I just check Discord and everything for Digitaron. Yeah, it's not particularly in people's best interest anymore. Just came in to check it out, see what was going on. And as I was walking around, I did notice there was a lot of stuff missing. Everything just feels like I'm playing a usual Township server. Now you could just jump in, that's not been edited or altered at all. But yeah, so I'm the only one here as far as I know. I don't have a map around me, so I won't be able to check. But there was another mate in here before who was checking out the place. He actually did something similar to what I'm doing now. It's quite unfortunate, this server. There was a lot happening all the time. And I guess the mods didn't want to hold events anymore, so this server's gone as well. I think that is kind of just what kept people interested most often. The server still is open as far as I can tell, and it is joinable. There's not going to be a lot happening, and basically once the resources have been through and gone through, yeah, you're probably not going to get very much out of it anymore. Limited resources and whatnot. Who knows how much this is going to lag? Maybe it's just a server, but I know that it's a thing that's been going on about Ulta not getting involved anymore, but it's kind of because where Township rests now, being Ulta in its original form and where you get the PC version to start with. It's hard to say where this is going to go, where the game is going to go. There's been a lot of speaking about ATT just falling through and not being a good game anymore. That's not true. I can say the opposite. This game has a lot to it, and you don't need to constantly do events. You don't always have to do that kind of stuff. Of course, you can, especially if you're somebody who likes playing the game for that very purpose. And I assume majority of the people who joined the server were looking for that specific reason. I think in a word, I'm going to stick around here. I'm going to continue playing Dungeon Tale no matter the cost, until the game actually like cuts off the server entirely, or if people start showing up again, I will still be here. I may have a project that I couldn't do and finish here, but it doesn't mean that I'm stopping. For anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about the Infinity Sword build that I've been working on for a while now, and we were getting close to finishing it. I just have a few more things to do. I think the server had a long run there. I think it's important to note that. Even if the server gets removed, I don't mind starting from the beginning, because I know how much you guys have been enjoying that. Township in general. And I'm not going to let this be what throws it down. I'm not stopping ATT, just to announce that. I know some of you think that, especially the last announcement that I did when I went to the Quest 2. It's still linked and all. But I'm not stopping with this game. This game will continue on. I will continue on in this game, no matter the server. There's actually another server that I've been part of for a while that's actually had some pretty good rebound. But for anybody who still enjoys Township for what it is and the potential that comes out of it, I will still be here for it, and I hope you will be too. ATT will not be a game that is gone. This game will continue on, because it's a phenomenal addition to virtual reality in general. It's a good game to play, and it's a good community-based game. As the sun sets over the horizon here in Dungeon Tale, so will my existence here on the server be as well. Thank you all for checking this out. Just know, Dungeon Tale, it's offset for now, it's a bit isolated, and only a few people are on right now. Or will ever be, in who knows how much time. But I will not stop, and I hope you don't either. Thank you all for watching, hope you have a wonderful day, and goodbye.